amount of it. We saw it twice. But I
But
thought it had the most thought behind it. I'm also a little bit worried that EG would have expected this, and they're gonna anti a little bit.
as well, bringing in that
Really
veteran
just turn
status
it
as
to
we're
a hit.
on to the map here to see what happens.
Okay, we're going
Oh, that's one way to start off Lucio Dinkin. Okay, the B spam starts already. It's very important that EG shut B down. In terms of how C9 played this, a lock-in, straight up B hits, and then when they get ults, they hit A. It was super simple, but very effective.
Looks like, yeah, they're just going fast. Exactly as how the Death said this Phoenix would work down long. They have to pressure it, use their flashes, and get right in. Now it's about the post plant. A lot of utility here to be used by Evil Geniuses to sort out who they want first. Here they go.
Star towards the back. Zelsa's going for the flash. A nice flash from the
No
assist.
way, he get any kills now?
First blood into the round, as it's still going to be EG overtaking the retake onto the site. We're starting to tap onto the defuse.
Nice Astrosac. Only like so close to getting in half there. Oh my god, Dubros. Dubros defusing. Dubros defusing. Did they run out of bullets? Did they run out of bullets and he tried to like jump on the other person's head? What was going on?
Picking up the right shot. We'll get the tech pause in here.
Dude, bro was just going for it. Oh my goodness. No.
Cloud9 out the gate, straight down B.
Yeah, he's literally just looking at why is the other person even doing that.
Was that a VIP move? You do not know. There's Potter in the back. Let's go. Straight there, the team's got the vibe already as we get this sorted out. Hands getting shaken out. First round cobwebs off here, and we do see everybody on board on that play. Cloud9 did not look like they had any flaws to what they wanted to do. Everybody was moving forward, and they gained a great positional advantage on that post plant, but we saw there was so much utility from this.
Yeah, the coach thing is the coach. Wherever the coaches are, it's not the one.
And they're pushing
it is not
forward
the one.
in groups as they get back into the
actual
site.
base.
Just Cloud9 having to almost retreat in full, giving
Feels like
EG that round.
I don't know where they are, man.
You start off the storyline very nice.
What did he try to do? I think he had run out of bullets. So I think the plan was, let me try and explain what the jumping dude was trying to do. Run out of bullets, so he was trying to jump across and either get a gun or try and jump out so that it was hard for it to get hit. I don't really know. He definitely had 0 bullets. Pretty sure he had a classic and was just spamming the whole thing.
The veterancy now of Ethan, BCJ.
Bullets were definitely gone. I know that. And then he got blocked. The initial plan was either to make him harder to hit or try and jump and get a gun, which is way more likely. Botmon 333 with the Prime. Thank you so much. Welcome into the Slug Club. Thank you for that. Welcome. Botmon. Chat, let's get some slugs in for Botmon.
Shoes to fill over there. But yeah, Evil Geniuses can continue to just
mix these up. We saw
between Crew and Furia yesterday. So many different flex rolls for everyone to get a different agent in. And we'll see how they go. Only one round here so far as we get this gear issue fixed up. And looking at the side of Cloud9, those shoes, we'll talk about this for the rest of the game too, that Rooney and Jake have to fill, right? They aren't necessarily being looked at as like, all right, they're going to do as well as the people before them, but it's going to be a tough task to ask. Right?
Man gets a 1v2 and puts the glasses on. Respect.
This role issues in the past.
You reckon 45? Yeah, we're going low today.
You look at the 2 new players coming in, and you would think, actually, as a C9 fan looking into the comp, it's like, okay, maybe we're going to get Leaf back into the Jet days. Remember Jet on Breeze with Leaf? That was kind of nice, you know? But it's still going to be now Leaf playing the center.
Nah, it's literally part of how they play it. The Phoenix is just take some map control. It's relatively easy to take A main control, and it's relatively easy to go out to B, especially if you want to go hit B. So it's quite easy to get the orbs, and all they want to do is they're just trying to secure. they're just trying to secure the plant itself because they know the after plant will be pretty good.
You see that these teams,
so, It's a lot of just spamming ults and just making sure that they can get around the corner.
To show teams that EG can play Gecko. So
it's his job to get the elbow basically, or use the ults to mix it up a bit.
Reach the meta or breach the meta.
Yeah, I like the Phoenix on this. I like the Phoenix full stop. I think that I'm surprised, chat. I'm gonna go out there and say I'm surprised we don't get Phoenix on Lotus yet. I'm not saying it's the best, but I'm saying there's a lot of orbs there. You get your default good, you get your B, then C default good, then you go and get A. You're telling me you can have six ults?
Big Bean, as some people
You had some deaths in there as well. 7 ults a half.
Has also had that experience as a duelist.
That's if he's getting 0 kills. You get some kills in there. 8 ults a half.
Into this map on Pearl, then you're starting to see that there's.
It's easy to secure A orb every single time as well on your defense.
But of course,
so you could get that every single time.
Surprise for these two players coming in, the two players that they replaced. So there's very high expectations going into this first.
I'm surprised we haven't seen a Phoenix on it. That's what I'm saying.
More so the expectation very high for Cloud9.
The Molly could be pretty good to shut down A at the beginning as well.
They definitely look comfortable in the secret left.
Fast melter. Corners are pretty good for the flash. The wall's pretty good. Fake over towards B. The Phoenix wall breaks all of the utility of the Killjoy that's over towards B, so you could fake B and you break the util. Oh my goodness. It's incredible.
Right? And just a general temp check to see where the team is at, what they've been cooking up with this squad and how it's going to work. We've talked about Rooney and Jake, where they've come from and how much veteran status they have behind them, right? There is a bit of pressure there to be like, all right, there's 3 players on this team with some international success and status.
What's up?
You know, playing against that, it's gonna weigh on your shoulders. But I think those members of Cloud9 are
yeah, I would think it's a sticker, but you never know.
Trying to make that as easy as possible.
Well, folks, it looks like we're going to have to hold our breath and be a little bit more patient before we could actually see more wingman plays coming out from EG or overall into VCT Americas. We're going to have to take a short break, and once we resolve the issues,
short break?
We'll have the
oh, chat, you know what that means.
Cloud9 and EG.
Where's my ad button? Whatever number this is what you're all getting. What is it? Oof. Damn.
welcome back.
Funny seeing you there.
Yeah, what do you know? Look at that. Hey, everyone. Golden Boy here alongside Brennan Mimi once again. Apologies for that. We'll be sure to get you guys updates as soon as I get them, so I got you covered. But for the time being, though, we continued our conversation here. We did get one round of play.
So we should judge every player and every team off of that one round. Bren, what roster changes need to be made after that?
After that one round,
Go for it.
I think Cloud9 should drop the whole team.
Wow, that's terrible.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my
so mean.
I'm kidding,
You
of course. but
mean-spirited
I'm kidding.
animal.
Yeah, we've already broke down, I think, absolutely everything there is to say about both of these teams heading into this matchup. Almost everything.
This is true. This is true. But that being said, the compositions still create fun conversations there, right? Because we didn't really get to see much, but we did see some fun ideas, of course. With the harbor wall. We got to see, at the very least, like how this potential B-side hit is going to be for them, right? Like all that stuff kind of played into a factor there, Mimi, which gave EG that first point.
I mean, it's very similar to what Cloud9 was doing at Lock-In, right? It was really that same B hit where you're scaling off the flashes to get the initial space, pull back star, first flash through, second flash to clear deeper, pop up the wall. Your opponent is most of the time just going to be forced to play retake. EG was, and the Harbor comp is just a really good composition at retake. So it was just kind of both teams, I feel, playing to their strength, but Cloud9 a little bit of bag fumblage maybe in the post plant there. Yeah, got a little goofy at the end,
A little bit
but
messy.
yeah.
Yeah, it did. And I think that also goes to show that, especially for Jacob Rooney, I mean, I don't want to, judge them off of one freaking play. But, if anything,
whatever you're about
this
to
is
say
good for
is
them
you judging
because
them off of one
no,
play.
I'm going to say this kind of like break, get to sit on the stage, kind of just get to relax. You lost that first round. It's all good.
A little bit.
Yeah, no, seriously, man. Like, it really does go a long way, especially for these players who, here on this stage, I said before, like, where were they 3-4 weeks ago? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you
So
guys
this is important for them.
ever tried meditation? Does anyone
What do you
here
want us to
able
sit here and meditate on the desk?
No, because I don't think that's compelling content for the viewers at home. Yeah, we're going to
Just sitting
meditate
here
for the
in
next 5
silence.
minutes, and you guys have to play along.
Yeah, that's actually what
Everybody
we're gonna
meditate
do.
with us. Deep breaths.
Yeah, deep breaths, and then little by little, we'll be back into the game. But, again, though, right, kind of looking at the broader picture, right, holistically, right, as far as C9 and EG goes, yeah, these are going to be two teams that, are they sitting in the middle of the pack? Like, yes, they are. But do they have the capability to be able to do this? We'll see. But for now, though, I did find out that our casters are standing by and are ready to go into the game. I think we might be good with this tech pause. So
Any
let's
progress?
go ahead and send
What's
it
going
over
on?
to Vansili and Rivington, because surely nothing can go wrong.
Time to meditate.
Thank you so much, GB.
Wow.
I'm actually meditating because
We were meditating there.
you lied. We're not going into the game yet. So
Change
we're
the
just gonna
title.
breathe a little
Ooh,
bit
yeah.
here.
That's a good idea.
I need a chance to breathe because that
Yeah,
piss
just
around was
walk
kind of
arounds.
insane to start things off.
Breathe
Walk
through your
around.
nose, feel the air pass over your upper lip.
Wash
calm
up some
down,
stuff.
Prepare yourself for round 2.
Don't have
It's also
time
gonna
to
hit
do
level
normal
15.
living
Here we go. We are
living
gonna
things.
get
Wait,
into the
someone
match.
updated it anyway.
It is time. In 13 seconds, honestly. Okay, a little bit more. A little bit more.
Let's reset things then, right? We got the pistol round
Yes.
from EG, a nice little retake. The economy is now coming in for the defender side with
Yeah.
this plant that we have
Go
for
on my
C9
phone.
on the attack.
Anything,
Still
really.
a full eco. We want to save our economy for a very big
Okay.
gun round in the third.
So we had the pistol. A little bit
Trying to see
crazy
what
in
they're
terms of
dealing
this
with.
one. We're
A
just
few
trying to
jump
stack some
peeks to
orbs,
get an
right?
idea.
We go out, we
You can
get the
already see
orb
rotation
looking like
lean
an
now
A
from the side.
split
People
if we want to
keep
go
this
into it.
foot forward
Now,
towards A. Why
okay, we
not?
don't have the
You
wall, so we'll
have
wait.
Boostio over there all
When they
set
used
up.
to do this, they used to do an
It's
interesting
gonna be
wall
tough for C9 to make
to
it
see
in.
on,
And they're
like
looking
at the
for a
top
peek. They're
over
playing contact,
over all
but
the smokes
hoping
and
that
stuff.
EG gives them something before they have to
So
push
we will
into
see
the
if they
site.
do that. I imagine they
And
still
look at
do all the
this,
same stuff that they
cascade
did
went
at
into the
lock-in.
staircase too to give false information for the attackers. Want to funnel them in towards sewers where two players are playing towards the spawn.
Dog
for
goes
EG.
in. That spots
Funnel
one
them into
only.
that or funnel them
Just
into
spotted
an
the
A-side
Killjoy, didn't
stack
spot
or go
the,
towards B, where the KJ utility, the Killjoy
Astra.
utility for Booster is
Double
all there for
orbs.
the info. On the other
Oh,
end,
hey,
C9,
take that
just
all
moving
day.
around the map, getting all of
Fine to
these
take that
orbs.
jewel as
Besides
well.
the
That's a
two
death,
orbs,
but
death.
we're going to be one
Very
away
close to
from
the ultimate next
ult
round.
Mainly
into the
trying to get
next
the orb, so you can
important
say
buy
that kind
round.
of worked
So
out. The kills would have been
pretty
great
much we're off
too.
on that.
Just playing the side of the wall, making their own angles on the defensive side.
A little bit easy for EG there, a gap in the smoke. Taking advantage of that. Long range with the frenzy, but still a
feels like
trade
it's
off
very
in the end.
readable. Yeah, but when you're in the game
Still looks
itself,
pretty
like,
clean for EG for
trust
that
me, you're
second
focusing
round,
so
but we
much
mentioned that
on all your own
almost ready
stuff
for
that
Celsius.
even a simple plan
I'm
like
trying to look at-
be
I
on
can't wait to see
the
what Cloud9
be on
does
the
once they get to these sites
normal
again,
gun
and
rounds
with
or
utility,
an
with
A on the
weapons,
ecos,
how
like
they
it doesn't
break this
always.
hit, all this utility.
It's not always
It's
the
gonna
most
be
obvious
delivered to
thing.
them by
Sometimes you
Evil
mix it up with
Geniuses.
some
With
ults
Dizzy
as
going in
well.
the air, you have guiding lights, you have the walls coming through.
You'll be
and it's
surprised what
going
kind
to
of
be
stuff
tough. You
works.
see how much even on the eco there, they tried to make it work, and we're still tough to get into that A site. No split here. They do have protection towards that B mid, so they should be able
Okay,
to focus here.
this
and get
orb
this
is
rush and
important.
Scale up B long again.
Something that C9
That's
is
a
always
big
been
deal.
very good
Oh
at
my
as well,
god,
is
that was
just
nearly a big
funneling,
kill.
tumbling down towards the B side with the 5-player stack and just getting these plants down and being very good in the pulse plants. It was scrappy on that pistol, but now with weaponry, might get a little bit easier.
Okay, in the corner, sending it.
Run it back is thrown
Rotates
down.
coming
No
in. They got a
guiding
small
light
window
though,
to
actually,
plant
just
on
the
this
run in,
one.
they're trying to
Is
figure
they're
it
going to
out.
go forward with the
Now
dog as the wall
Trailblazer
coming
comes
up.
through, a little
The wall
disjointed
is
on
up.
this take, but they're gonna get their
They
space.
go for the plant.
Lucio's not going to be afraid of any pressure.
Astra
We do
Suck
have
is
a
kind of
safe
where they
plant
want it
from
to
the
be
wall, so
anyway.
nobody's going to take more ground control in the middle of the site for
Interesting.
C9,
I think they
but
could have
at
placed the
least
Astra
we have
Suck a
two
little bit
players in the
better.
back there.
but-
Cascade coming out for the defense. EG scaling back. Another nice flash at Zelf there. Finally gets
Holy
two
hell, he
with that
ulted into this
Phantom.
round as well, let's
Rooting
bear in
onto
mind.
the board. Two more players left. The
Two.
bonus round for EG, leaving only Calm by himself.
Two
Round one
in terms
deja
of
vu.
2 out of 6 for his
That's
next
where
ult.
we saw Zelsis going
Maybe
down.
let Phoenix
He gets
duel
two
this a little
frags
bit.
this time out of that situation, so they
Nice
rinse
volley.
and repeat here. That's a hot foot coming in.
Oh.
Jake's gonna be able to pick up the
I think
kill.
Phoenix
on
would have been better
Calm.
taking this
And
one, but
Cloud9,
it's all good.
yeah, go back to the pistol round.
It all matters in terms of keeping them alive. Astra gets
Love to hear the
ults.
crowd right now.
Maybe that gave Astra
In the
ult and
backs of C9.
wasn't fully on top of it.
Despite these changes, always loyal
No, I would have had it
fans.
anyway.
This is true. This is true. And there it is. This is the one where Zelsis, he was actually on his hot hands, but they were still able to get that frag. Calm killed him in the same situation, but this time it is a different story. And we see that B-Long works for them quite well. They didn't, it seemed like they didn't really have a way to get into A and answer or even a thought of how do
Okay,
we
who would have
figure out
thought?
where EG is playing defense.
Spamming B.
A lot more spread
Another
out. They
orb
can
here.
get their room and take space that
In terms of this
allows
one,
them
we're
to be a bit
taking A
safer in
control. We
figuring
get
out
our own
who's
orb
there
over
and
towards
who they can
Ethan.
fight
Is
first.
an eco at the moment. They're going
Again,
over towards
straight
middle.
up, it's left
They have a
to
good
Zelsis,
chance to
lot of
overwhelm this
weight on his
lag.
shoulders to be the first
That's a
one
gun on
every-
Leaf. Give me Leaf.
every
Give me
play.
Leaf. Give me
I
Leaf.
love
Give me
this.
Leaf.
He can actually keep going.
Give me Leaf. Prius.
Trying, he's trying.
And Leaf gets 3 right there. Try to go for the fundamentals that we
Okay.
talked about for EG. Yes, lower weaponry, but moving
Did
as
pretty
a
well.
group. You salvage one Vandal behind, but you lose Eliza 3. So a great hold for Leaf in the
Yeah,
end
3 was
towards
great.
Middle Lamp Plaza. Zelsa is going for the jump peaks towards the B-Link, but this is looking good enough for C9 to capitalize on the
They
round.
get a
Of course,
gun
an
into this,
eco
though.
that we saw coming out of EG. And what were doing at the beginning of the round was trying to get the orb for themselves. Ethan with that right click will have the Seekers ready into the next round.
I
For the
think
rest,
they
it's
have
still
the
gonna be a
best
round coming in
understanding
for
of it,
C9,
Polo.
tying up this game 2-2.
I think they
Nice
have
last
the
frag
best.
there,
I think
and
that
we
I
see
think they're the ones
Zelsis
that
on a
truly
just go forward.
embrace.
It's
Like a lot
if
of
you get kills,
a
great.
lot of
If you go
teams are
down,
good
great.
at
You're
it,
getting all
but they've got
boards.
the comp
He's
that
almost
fully
on ult
embraces
again.
the B
I think he's
right.
run away,
They've
so
got the
he'll have
Phoenix
ult
that's
on
going to
this
help
round if
them
they
get
wanna go
out. They
ahead
got
and
the
grab it.
Sky that they can do the dog, so you can kind of clear this and fight this. They got the wall to protect it. They got the Astra for the suck in terms of the after plant. Like this feels like the comp that's made for it. So maybe this one focuses the heaviest on it. But they do have some nice A hits as well. Like they do have a nice A hit as well on top of it. So that's kind of why it works so well. Hopefully we get to see
We
it.
haven't seen Cloud9 put too much defense.
Okay,
so
Cloud9
EG
timeout on
walks
this
in
one.
thinking it's a bit of a safe area and finds out it's different. Cloud9 timeout here. They resort. They're doing good. They had
Pretty
those
much
last
just
few,
decisions made.
He maybe just wants to
Hobeeps.
say, keep this head on.
Decisions
This
made
is
in
what
certain
they're doing,
situations
that overhead
off the information they get.
It's a very interesting
And
timeout that
also
comes out
like
of
game
Cloud9,
plans,
though,
but that
after
can be
two
like
rounds that
coaches
they
and
picked
stuff.
up.
But a lot of mid
Haven't
runnings,
really
mid
figured
runnings
out
like the best way you can work
through
out if
these
an
rounds
IGL is
how
good.
EG's really setting
Or
up the defense.
in
It's
terms of
very
it, like a
basic
lot
so
of
far.
plans.
As we've seen,
Like you can
that
see
Killjoy,
that they
the
have like
4-player stack
plans in
towards
terms
a
of ults that are upper
common
ults that you
position that we
have.
see on defense,
And
on
just like a
Pearl
clear plan
usually.
going
So
into
I'm
round makes
interested. I'm
it
intrigued to see
relatively obvious
what
if it's
C9
good
wants to
calling
pull
or
out
not.
of this. Is it falling off the back of the other ultimates that they currently have? Take advantage, pay attention to what the defenders have, as you mentioned, EG. Have those secrets,
Yeah,
have other
yeah,
ults.
Emi's
Oh my
pretty
God,
right. It
sure.
could be loads of
Right,
reasons.
yeah.
It could
Especially
be kind of what we were
get
saying there in
Thrash to
terms of
come
like
up. We
they
have
could have
not
an ult.
seen the
He
full
could be
util unload
reading into
coming out
something.
here, and Cloud9's
He
been
could
pushing
have
before that happens. They
realized
know it's
something
gonna
when
get
they
a little tougher,
pushed.
so
He
they're
could
using
have
his time accordingly
anything.
to
He
just
could have had
smash
a
the
note
site.
down
Yeah,
from
I
a game
love
that he watched
the
ages
little
ago
Sage
and when they play the similar comp and they like to do something.
They're playing towards
be how
the
he
same
wants to
spot
approach
each
it, could be
time,
literally
but
anything.
altering the way it happens and
There's
throwing
loads of
EG
stuff.
off guard these last
'Cause
two rounds.
also, we
Let's
don't
see
know
if
like the
set up.
prep
They are
work that
actually
they
setting
put
up
into
towards A
this. Not that
time.
many things have been
Flank's gonna
shown,
be
but obviously
watched
this team's been around.
by Jake. Usually with the team,
not
that Flank's
Ethan,
been
but
left up
team's
in
been
the
around
lead, so
for
they're
a
varying
good
the
amount
way
of time.
and what EGC is now on the takes.
And the alarm button is actually more forwarded towards the A site. May indicate that they want to go for a lockdown towards A for C9.
They're playing it exactly. They're playing it exactly the same as Lock-in though. Like exactly the same.
Going around the map. It's just a patient game.
I mean, with the switch up of how C9's organized themselves, you got to look at EG2. Boostio has now set up all the way across the map, just in kind of that divider between his utility circles, keeping everything active. Slow down, Zealous.
Okay, all for this one. We got nothing to stop this. Wall
Give me
comes
that
in. We
set.
have a lot of
Prospect
util
comes
here.
out for the
Okay.
slow. One after the other.
Util goes
Nice
off in terms of the
denial on
molly.
that entry for the lockdown.
They use the
And we
fish
answer
to
back
scout
from the defenders
middle.
with two ults.
Yeah.
A Boomerang
Okay,
coming
this is
out for
pretty
the
big. The
flash,
Sky
and
ult's
Seeker's
going to
out
detect this
too.
person in the middle.
Just to
They
see
might
where
send it,
C9 was
and
it a fake or not. Now
yeah.
confirmed towards the A
Jake
site.
has a
40
decision to
seconds left
make.
on the
They
clock.
haven't got onto the
Alert
site yet
also from
fully.
Jake is moving back towards the A site. And after this high tide, the bloodbath is coming.
Joggamo with one to start off, and they're going to start popping out of the
Well,
woodwork here.
that molly
Mansili.
actually broke the ult. That's
Wall
crazy
has
that it
been
was that
broken.
big.
The plant and the res fighting right away.
Oh,
The
is
second
that
time here that Thrash
was
comes
that
out.
two?
And EG are coming for the retake. The late lurk is coming very soon as Rudy pushes in. Works out
Oh
onto
my goodness,
Boostio.
this is really
Player
on.
advantage still for EG to defuse is being
Dubra?
stung. And Jake
Oh,
runs
okay.
through, but it's not gonna
Dubra
work.
gets the full defuse.
BCJ with the kill, and EG gets the defuse.
Nicely done. Great retake. The patience there. I think both teams, felt relatively comfortable in that round. Cloud9 wanted to get as much
first
out
one,
of EG
yeah.
as they could, and then slowly walk into the
What?
site for contact.
What is this kill?
At that point, they're hoping maybe
The
a few
fish
members
own. I
have
thought the
backed
fish
up,
got
right?
two,
They're
but
playing
it
a
didn't
little bit
affect the
more
res.
defensive. They
Hadn't
don't
gone
wanna
in
get
fully
taken
yet.
out in a one and done, but you still have two members of EG there, and the backup from a Gecko from Thrash. Literally not leaving
Okay,
their
Phoenix Ult is
positions.
back up
Didn't
though. In
allow
terms of the
C9 really to
econ,
set
it's a
up
very
close
low
plan,
round for
just
C9, so they
dismantled
need to look
everything
into this
after
one.
the spike
Rooney
went
picks
down.
up the op on the stage,
Both teams in each
straight
other's
up
head here
filling
for
the
moment we
role
go back to B
of
long.
how.
However,
Oh my goodness.
operator in the hand.
Yeah,
of
get another
Rooney.
heal into this.
See
That's
if he
twice
can put
that's
him on
happened now.
flags here.
33
If we
HP
get the
before,
heal on,
37
Zelsis does
HP
have
this
that
time.
run it back.
That's the
Yeah,
interesting
he's literally
thing.
just doing.
Operator, but Spike on his back.
He's doing yay things.
Ult available for Zelsis. Is this
Well,
gonna be
let's
at some
actually see
point,
if he's
give him
doing
the
yay
spike, try
things.
to
He's
plant,
doing
or
Ye's
try to
role.
find the space so that the wall plant can
Okay.
come through.
This is a retake. Molly
Double
goes
around
in,
that
so they
side.
have a punish for
That's
B.
right in the hide spot. That's basically
They
where
have
you
a
see
punish
Zelsis
for
where
B.
that Mosh is looking
Molly
to
goes in,
land.
they flash
Great
through,
peek out from the
they
guiding
suck.
light.
Molly goes in
Motion to
front.
to prevent now C9 from moving forward. That is
Okay.
drilled by EG.
Yeah, it looked.
Very
It didn't
nice
look.
play to
I'll be
flash
honest,
through
chat. It
towards
didn't
the
look
high
super
tide
convincing.
and deny any type
but
of pushes
it
that comes
worked.
out from long B from C9. But Big Bean onto the flank, spotted by the Trailblazer. A flash as he turns away, but still not enough. Gets
Okay,
full
it
blinded.
worked.
The assist comes out, and Calm gets the kill on the operator.
The only reason I'm kind of flaming it a little
Leads
bit,
by 2.
33 HP, 11
That's
HP, and
the
it didn't
word
feel
there. The
like
double peek,
there wasn't like a
they were almost both
sick
wide
combo.
swings
I
using
thought
the
it would be like
entirety
Molly
entirety of the
and
width
Suck go
of that
to
long
here.
B area, and so hard to actually.
But either way,
create
it worked
the
out well.
1v1
I
for
like
the opponent
just
in
the
that
fact that they have a
situation. So
punish was
EG
good
coming
enough for
out
me.
Firing, confidence behind each other, and Cloud9 could not answer on that. It was a good rotation around we saw coming from Jake. It just, I think that just how fast
Okay,
EG
Boostio
acted on
gets
B
the
long
op
really
out,
messed that
Killjoy
strat
op,
for
we
C9.
like
Now that
this.
operator is on Boostio.
Getting
And we
his
know he could use it
Steel on,
already,
his
but
Mitch on,
now he
his
goes back to it again after
Yampy
switching
on,
his utility
his
for
who
a
else has used
round.
it?
Takes out Jake immediately.
His
No smokes
Nabool
for the
on.
side of Cloud9 here.
Only thing that's left, it's going to be the Blaze Wall.
Yep.
Half by coming in for C9. A hero rifle for Zeppa. So we're indicating and inching forward towards Art for an eventual split towards the A
Yeah.
site.
So, and this
Calm now
this had
spotted
the
over Mosh.
this
So
had
nobody
the
pushes
shock
forward and
factor,
tries to gang
right?
up on
In
him,
terms
but
of
still
they were
funnels
not
C9 into
expecting
the
this.
A
You
site
look at
where
that
there's a
peek
double
from Jake
cross,
just
set up wall
facing this.
instantly
They did not
broken.
expect to have
But
an
the
op
plan
out here.
might
They're
still
looking at the
be
comp
coming
going,
in
well,
for
no one's
fruition
going to
for
be
C9.
opping on
A
any of
beautiful
these.
flash out from Zelsis.
First time they
BCJ
bring it out,
still
it
on
works
top of
really
pursuit.
well. Takes down the
Answering back here
smoker.
is gonna be
Pretty
Lee.
much the round
More
done, but it
damage
wasn't
coming onto
eco, so maybe they
BCJ,
learned
but
a free
he's
lesson
doing
with
his
it.
own. Teammates
I say
finally
free
moving
lesson,
in, and
maybe they
it's
learned
not
a
gonna be
cheap
looking
lesson.
good for C9 in the end. Wow. To the rescue.
They just look unkillable.
But did they see
at
them
this
pick it
point.
up?
you're trying to find him in the
They
corner.
might not have thought they were going to pick it up. Then maybe they should have.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
Either way,
Did
same
get
thing.
flashed, was
Same thing,
trading,
kinda, unless
drew
they physically
attention,
saw him
but
pick
then
it up.
delayed, did not die right away, kept backing up, drew more attention. That's when they want to be. That's when Cloud9
They got the
wants
last
to be
kill of
setting
it?
up their
Okay, well
post
then the
plan.
peak was bad.
But they're still scrambling to figure
Then
out.
the
Yes,
peak was
a
really
low buy
bad.
round, but we can see just how discombobulated.
At least it
if
was
you
an
will,
eco.
Those setups start to be. A Cloud9 timeout
Nice.
quite quickly after
We
the
got a
first one
coaching
here. MCE
staff sign.
trying to,
Oh
micromanage
my
a little
god,
bit of
Chad,
what's
this
going
game's
on
huge.
and remind the team
The
of what-
coaching
That's
staff for
pretty
getting
crazy, too.
signs made to
That's
this
2
game is
timeouts.
massive.
In what,
Oh
7
my
rounds played?
goodness.
Yeah.
Which
Imi,
means
you
you have
seeing
nothing left
this?
for the rest of the map. EG hasn't even shown anything yet. The
That
biggest
could-
thing
Imi,
we've
that
seen
could
is
be
the
you.
reaction off the lockdown on how
That's
they want to
incredible.
get information on their end. But when it comes to like executions for retakes, we haven't seen too much of that yet. C9 usually very good on taking that B side, as we mentioned before. We've
Right,
seen
it feels
Forge
more
lock in.
comfortable.
Exactly. But EG found a way to fight back into that very quickly. That flash to that high tide, and they're not afraid to fight back. So
I think the big thing there, Vansili, was
Yeah.
not allowing Zelsis access to the back hall. As soon as Zelsis gets that, it really starts to split the site in a way that EG's not comfortable to come
You got
forward
aim
with
into
decent
sign
guiding
your
light,
liquid
right?
flag,
Doesn't
that's
flash
incredible.
Everybody, Zelsis just gets to toy around and be a trickster back there. So
Yeah,
they
you're right.
prevent that, and B becomes a lot more stable for Evil Geniuses
That's
to hold.
incredible.
And they feel comfortable fighting down long B at that point.
Well, Jaws, did he say
Especially
anything,
when
or
you
did
saw
he
that
just go,
2K
yeah, sure?
that came out from Celsius sort of back off their curveball.
I wonder
So
how Eamon reacts to it these days.
it's not going to be a B-side lean at the beginning, though, for this one. More of a mid-control off this timeout. Running back once again available off Seekers, potentially here from Zeppa, but Zeppa is
Okay.
moving towards the A-long.
Terms of
where
this
there's a
one,
lot of
Phoenix
pressure
ult.
coming in from EG. Once again,
Phoenix ult.
a defensive team
Sky
that's
ult.
not afraid to fight early into the round. Information coming out from the Thrash.
Hello, you little.
After it's getting spammed
Yeah,
by
get
Zeppa.
out of here.
Come back.
Oh boy, Phoenix ult close.
Out with the run it back.
Good
All
damage.
Seekers, as we mentioned, the mosh onto the ground, and we can't move behind that all. Nice util coming out
I
from
tell
EG.
you what,
A
Jake
cascade
got
to
an
push him
important
back,
jewel
and we're
during
just
all
in
this.
now, inside art.
Still?
Until then, Zeppa answers back. Celsius 2.
How is he still
And
alive?
Summers
32
are into
HP.
the A site. The advantage then somehow comes back for C9.
That kill from Jogamo absolutely stalled it. Now they have to slow walk in. They're looking to draw with
Oh
the
my
plan.
goodness. 1
Oh,
HP for Leaf.
Ethan's there.
Oh, the recovery's crazy.
My God,
How
what an answer
has
from the last two
Jorgamo,
players, Ethan and
Jorgamo, chat, Jorgamo, right?
It's like the
How has he done
quiet.
so
It's like,
much?
Okay, be quiet. EG
On
cuts
46
down,
HP,
C9 cuts down,
or
and
whatever
they're
he was on
thinking
before he
maybe
got healed.
They're hurt. They're back. They rotated out. No, everybody
Stupid
again, like I
Yampy,
said,
man.
solid
Yampy's
still
ruined
in sight
Jays
for
for
EG
me.
there. C9
It's crazy.
cannot find a way to reduce the numbers of EG in the site before they plant. They'll find 1 or 2, and you have to assume that's enough. But no, there's still more EG members there somehow hiding in the woodwork. So A does not seem
Oh,
to be the
come
play
on.
so far for C9.
Celsius or
locked
something,
down
man.
by
What's going
EG.
on?
It's going to be a
Who's-
little bit more mid
whose
here.
fault
We
is
have
this?
not seen a mid take really, except for the one Leaf was able to capture a few kills on early on the low buy of Evil Geniuses and their defensive push. So splitting the map, spreading the map a little
Nice,
bit more of
Jones.
a default maybe here coming from Cloud9 just
That's
to stop pushing forward because EG's playing way too reactive. It's almost like see what EG will do first, play to that contact and almost slow the game down at this point, it seems.
But to on that point,
Yeah.
when you're saying like, let's actually play to EG's movements. EG's not moving too much, right? As
They're
you mentioned,
not.
it's reactionary, but the reaction on the utility is
like-
immediate. So you're reacting, yes, but you're not really pushing for it to fight back against C9. It's just C9's like, oh crap, there's a cascade in front of us.
Yeah, it's the hope that EG will get antsy enough to
Yeah,
move, right?
exactly,
You
yeah.
play out into mid here. You watch double doors towards B connector. You watch art and see if you may get a few of those antsy pushes or a jump peek that lets you hear.
It'll
some
happen at one
footsteps.
point,
Even the
Jaws.
placement of agents right now
It'll happen
can
at one
allow
point.
C9 to use that utility a little bit better in the info grab and whatever they can play on audio cues. Tech pause quick here at 6-2 as Evil Geniuses do start to take quite a bit of a lead. And this game is on them to win here,
Yeah, it's-
right? Coming in with the crew.
getting late on
everybody
that one.
looks at EG to say, all right, if you're not winning this, then, you know, what's wrong there? Because Cloud9 is in, like, again, that temperature check moment where is this squad building yet? What have they come to fruition with?
Yeah.
And we're seeing that it's not enough yet to hit the rounds, but the site takes seem to be clean for Cloud9. It's cleaning up the post plans.
Exactly. It's the post plans that are difficult. Positioning is very hard for C9 on the post plans. So again, we talk about protocols, drills coming out from EG. This shows as well the amount of work that comes into the preparation from everybody that's involved from EG, not only from Potter, but also from the academy team, the 10 players that they had together, the scrims that they could bring up, the drills of, for example, the C9, how good they were working towards that B site. Well, we got an answer to that. And C9 doesn't have any answer. Or
Yeah,
any
he
other
just puts
things
him on
coming
for
out
all
of their
the
strat
all
books
the tech
for,
pauses.
let's say something outside of B. So we try
Just his
A,
thing.
the retakes doesn't work out. Mid control hasn't really been tested towards that B link. Maybe that's something that they could take advantage of here just to study how EG is currently playing. But
Exactly.
this is still EG's map pick no matter what, right? 6 days of practice that they do
Yeah.
just to get ready for these moments every week. It's a hard regimen.
It becomes, well, first off, getting a quick lag check on. Players might have felt a little bit of lag, so QC is checking that right now before we get back into game. You can see them on stage doing the assisting. But looking at what you have to deal with, it's right. You're like, oh, they can find Killjoy and not go towards that util. But then you're like, wait, but then you find Gecko. And that's...
No one can talk
Is
in
that
tech
better?
now.
Is that worse? You know, it's still really tough. Dizzy goes in the air, Wingman comes out, and everything you want to do is halted for a quick moment, right? It's like the Sage slow. You just have to stop. You have to respect this utility. So it is super tough for C9 to Cloud9 to find a site that won't be doing a bunch of damage to them before they go in, especially
Well,
as we said on Zelsis, who has
that
been
didn't work out well.
yards in front of the team, and that's not because
He's
he's
saying
not
not
backing
a-
up, because
not a
he's
chance.
going forward to promote that first
What do you think
frag,
this
and
is?
the team is still behind him.
Yeah. Let's take a moment and talk about that Gecko, actually, because
Let's do it.
when we actually started the VCT Americas yesterday, we didn't have any Gecko picks. We're like, oh crap, we're gonna fall behind. Are we trying not to be
Yeah,
at
don't
the
do
forefront
that.
of bringing out a Gecko in that? We've seen it already in the Pacifics. Na'Vi been using it towards EMEA. Yes, they maybe had a low percentage win for Gecko picks overall, but it depends how teams are kind of really using this Gecko. For example, you look at Na'Vi have been using, at least on the defense, to use
Believe
that
me,
Dizzy
you
for a lot of
decided
information
we're
into
8
the
rounds
early
in and
rounds.
you've made a
You pick up
decision.
the orb right after, you pick up Dizzy, and
Jesus.
it's already a 10-second cooldown. On defense, you see Na'Vi using it a little bit more reactionary too for that info, but for EG in this example, so far what I've seen from Com is using more towards the mosh pit, right? Trying to make sure that
How does
nobody's
C9
pushing
comp work on
aggressively,
defense?
with
Uh,
lineups.
it's a
Exactly.
lot
No
based
hacks
around the
coming out of
Sage,
C9,
honestly.
which allows then for
Wherever you're
EG
doing,
to
like,
really set up
hidden-
for these
Yeah.
retakes and really
Hidden
break that
Sage-
momentum and that timing
Hidden
that
Sage walls,
C9's
you
currently
save it and you
trying
can
to
just do
to take these sites.
a lot of
There's also
retakes
different
with it
flavors you're
and just block
seeing
it off and
still
just
with
diffuse.
Gecko. You can't have gotten everything yet. We hear
But
the players
yeah,
say
most
that.
of
It's
it's
like,
on,
well, maybe if someone plays it, if they've had enough
most of it's
time
on the
to play
Sage
it.
to
Well,
just
we're already seeing lineups here
do
from
great,
Com.
to be honest
So
with
there's
you.
definitely
It's
some
it's
hours
very
put
good comp in
into
terms of
this agent.
retake.
And we'll have to see
You can
the
do
combos
it's actually
that you
very good on
can
defense,
still
really.
provide.
You can do
look at
info
the
on this
guiding
and you can
lights
have
and the
this.
dizzies
So in
together.
theory, it's like one of the
You're
only
just-
comps
you're
that
not
can
getting
actually
out of that
stack somewhere
situation.
really heavy in terms of
So,
like
we are
Killjoy,
back in.
Killjoy, and say you did a
Solved.
wall, like I don't know,
As we
like a
hit
wall
round number
here.
9 here.
And you
Art
could,
is
in
the place
theory,
they do
could, well,
a little
stack
bit
4
more of
people
the
in here,
legwork,
have
but
Killjoy
this is
here.
something we've seen a look from
Right, so
Cloud9
actually on
already. Do they go
defense,
back
it's
up?
one of the better comps of
They do.
stacking or taking some
So we hear
gambles
the
if you
Dizzy
want
being thrown
to.
in the air for
Yep.
Punishing the
towards
team for not
long. The
defaulting
Trailblazers are
enough.
coming out from the attack though, so indication that there's players towards
Phoenix
this
Control is
middle
free
area of
with
the
Phoenix
map,
Molly and Sage
trying to
Sword.
push towards the spawn.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
that
point.
also makes a lot of sense.
With support from behind. Wedging. Oh, Jogimo almost got spotted
hears
on
him.
that one, but he gets the info. Huge
Nice flash.
And a double swing
Oh,
through,
and a
still
little
the
dink on
damage
top of
onto
this.
Jake.
They're gonna think it's
Phantom
more
now
damage than
picked
it
up,
actually
and
was.
there's only one player inside this B site, and it's going to be Boostio with this lockdown.
Damn, all up to Boostio on this one. This is a pretty cool strat. Damn, that's another gun to pick up. What's the HPs? We run out of hill? Oh, the hill's dead. Okay, when does this hill come back up? 31? That's a res.
Walking right through the defense of Evil Geniuses.
And a Raz also available. Oh no! Trying to go for the
Shit.
bait, but he's in there.
That's not good. That couldn't have gone any worse for them. Okay, got some guns into this. Someone's gonna go hero mode.
Jakey hit by one of the Seekers and just trying to hide it off.
Okay, they dealt with us well.
But good luck for the Leaf only with this stinger.
Oh,
And it's gonna be
What's
the
Dubrow doing?
Wingman just running on top, going for the defuse.
It's so good.
is that the interaction? If you
I love that he sits there.
if
he's
you
like, "Get
go
off it,
and
man. Give it to me at half.
if you go and take this, if you go and take the actual defuse, does it just carry on running into it?
Especially Ethan here, a read on the wall break as soon as the wall was forming.
I've never
snaps
seen
it.
that
That's
interaction.
mid-res for the side of Cloud9 and a perfect play there for
sorry,
As John
sorry,
Ball
Jack.
on your
Apologize.
screen, fist left, right. as the team congratulates another round win. 72 here for EG. Alts are coming back online for a few. See where Zelsis is, as that has been a big priority for Cloud9 to grab the alt orbs. And now they will slow it
It's a
down.
family show, Jack. Come on.
A little bit more of a default
Right, flash
to
goes in.
start, but they will gather in mid almost right away. The default was just to kind of put out initial utility and give EG some audio cues that
What was this?
C9's all over the map.
Found
Oh,
a little
okay,
bit of
the
hope,
Hopper.
though, towards this pressure on Art. Already calmed down to 36 HP. Still an opportunity to fight towards Ivy and rotate back to B site.
4 people here.
C9 was able to split that defense setup, but not until Zelsis gets the first kill into the round. The heal up by Zeppa. We're gonna cut noise because the high tide just came out. Reactionary once again from EG.
Oh my god, a beep button so I can hide the swearing. That's sick. I might just, that's actually kind of unreal. I might implement that.
Here comes a flash out.
Beep all the time.
Entering in, but stopped by Giacomo.
This is so tough.
But the util comes down, and unfortunately a TK. Zeppa burns from Lee's Nanoswarm. Spike is now down, picked up. BCJ looking for
Not
the
this
wall
spam
bang.
again. Not this spam again. It can't be winning this many
Rudy
rounds for them.
LMS, last man standing with the spike. Booking it over towards the B side on 2v1 with the self-heal.
Boostio has ult. Astra
Once
has ult.
again, another beautiful hold by EG.
They are every time able to stall out what Cloud9 wants to do. We'll get to it here as this round
Okay,
is still
new
going
kid.
to play
What do you
out.
got for
Rooney's
us?
trying to push up to get the 1v1 if he can. And now backs up, didn't find it right away. Oh, that's going to be tough.
That's not good.
Insult to injury.
But you got to feel good. Thanks for the solo lockdown, right?
Yeah. Well, a lot was
Oh,
invested
man.
That's
into
really
this.
not good.
Oh, I think that would have actually capped him.
Well, that's one of those enemy spotted.
What the hell are EG doing? What are EG doing?
Absolutely amazing.
Oh my god, has he won
stuff
that?
for Rudy when he is called upon. Answers. Double kill to clutch that round, makes the right call to head to the other site and makes that clutch look easy, Vance. Didn't even seem pressured. No overswings with the aim right to his targets. That's confidence. That's huge confidence across the rest of the team, too.
Big plays, big moves coming out from the captain. The latest IGL for C9. And they don't want to
Oh boy.
right away.
Oh no.
Run it back, already canceled by Giacomo. Marksman on the ground with the gravity well.
Jesus, that's a nice punish over towards here.
Spike now down. Orb being picked up as well by Com. And it's up to Leaf for the heroic plays with Jakey.
Slow movement here from both. So they're actually going to wait this out. 17 seconds. They have the time to get this bot back, but they may just try to double peek together. BCJ's always been in the back. This is calm now.
Well, Jakey still
They
opened
got
up
an
the
important
site,
kill.
even balls, double swing back,
Okay.
force back, and finally
You have an ult as well to
return it
buy you a
over
lot
for
of
the
time?
attackers. Locked down onto the ground. Lees goes
Where's
for
this
the
Killjoy
flank.
Molly at? Killjoy
Jakey
Molly?
flying towards the church. Spots one with the turret coming up. BCJ gets the wall back to Leaf. Now it's on to Jakey, but it's not going to happen. Busio moves in. Lockdown gets broken,
mean-
and EG answers right back.
Fair enough.
It's tough to have that set up. There's so many entrances there for EG to come in, especially when you know the KJ's planted. The lockdown has to be in one spot and protected. That solo floater in the site is likely to be found 1v1, right? So again, that
For a
post
comp,
fight just becomes so tough.
Yeah,
One of the things I noticed here,
EG are doing good.
during
Like EG are doing good.
Cloud9's
It's kind of
rounds
impressive
is a
that
lot of the
it's this
time,
scoreline,
EG gets
considering,
so many frags in sight,
like,
they aren't
the
traded
round
from
before as well.
Cloud9. They've had a flank really far
Like,
off.
it seems
We
like
see
they
that
only really
here,
lose
Jake
rounds
would be
that they
running
mess
back
up.
on the Astra from mid when the exec is happening. Maybe bring
God,
the flank
this
in
is
a
gonna be
little closer.
stressful for
EG is
MC,
not
man.
rotating through the middle of the map. They're not
This
lurking
this
to flank.
whole
Like, they're not getting
endeavor
themselves around
is
the
going to be
backside.
stressful
So
for this
I'd
guy.
say bring Jake in a little bit.
Imagine
more
having
so
a
you
s-
can have the squad running the
imagine
site,
having
but
the
obviously
sickest
watch the
team
flank
you've just
too.
signed. You're just like,
See on this
okay,
last
we've
round,
got
if they can capitalize 8-4,
superstars,
still looking pretty good if-
and then
if
you wake up
Cloud9
and they're
can
like, by the way,
We talked about it here.
by the way, we're getting
Bring
rid of
Jakey
2 of
with
them.
you. And the flank watcher is going to have to be Leaf this time on that
Yeah.
Killjoy. Thrash coming out. Oh, no.
Oh
Are we going for
my.
knife kills? 'Cause it actually locked down 3 to Tame. What a thrash.
And again, this one just happened too quick for the flank to get there, right? We saw that again. EG flipping the switch on a few rounds to get in the face.
And he
of
gets it back. Yeah, he's
Cloud9,
got another
where
use in
if
him.
Cloud9 had a bit more time,
He's going in
that
for another.
flank would have looked awesome.
Oh,
pushback here.
okay, it's incredible.
The beauty here, the detention.
I did team flashing. What's going on here? They're trolling.
But it's gonna be still the kill coming in for Massive.
Yeah,
A
actually
9-3
trolling.
coming out for EG
They're
at
having
this
too
point,
much
but it's
fun.
been very done on how things have been played out for EG.
They're having way too much fun.
It seems as though,
Oh
yes,
no.
we're trying so many different things coming out here from C9, but that Thrash, 2 times he could use it into the round. 4 players got the team from that.
And then the end, they just swamp the last one. You can see how much fun they're having right now, and they're going to bring this most likely into the second half right out of the gate. Let's throw it down to the analyst desk to see what they have to say.
I mean,
Thank
no,
you so
but
much,
you
fellas.
pretty much
and,
can't
wow, what a half
either.
that was for EG, as they have locked down sites completely. You can tell, Mimi, they're taking good advantage of their utility.
Yeah, that's what
across
I'm
the
saying,
board.
Amy.
This has been
Like, just
very
imagine
difficult
putting
for
yourself in
Cloud9
that
to try to
spot.
find
It's
solutions.
crazy,
Yeah,
isn't
it's been a super tough one for them. And I think a lot of it is EG, again, pulling out the innovation that we were talking about. I wanted to pull up a telestrator here for some of the Gecko stuff that this team has been cooking
okay.
up.
What you
And
got?
this round is round number 5, and it starts out with Cloud9 kind of playing to the game.
Going in for the interview, Immy, and
this
they're like,
half, where
mate,
we're really
they're
leaning
like,
into these ultimates,
we
getting the
got you,
Killjoy ult, the
Yay.
Phoenix ult online,
We got you,
and making
Vanity.
executes
We got
happen
you,
off that.
Zelsus.
And
Like, do you want to
here,
come
they
coach
take early
this?
aim and control,
Ah, yes.
and are
I mean,
just
that
planning
sounds
to take
sounds
this
cool.
site straight
Sure.
up with the Killjoy ult. We'll fast forward a little bit till we get Leaf
One
popping that
month
down.
later.
And thus far,
Well,
they're probably expecting EG to play retake as they have.
You
been
had him.
for
You had him for a month.
just to buy some time,
Now he's
and
gone.
eventually-
Now we've got you locked in.
Come on, Leaf. I swear to God,
There you
Go
there we
find
go.
2
We got
people.
that
Okay,
lockdown.
what's
But
my?
immediately you can see the reaction
Okay.
here out of the
Okay,
They
sure.
managed to
I guess I can
clear
find 2
space
people.
on the
What's
rest
my
of the map. So they have
budget?
4 players here
0.
already, and there's a
Oh.
major lineup coming from
okay.
the Gecko player
Great.
over towards the spawn shot, which lands directly on this Killjoy out. And at this point in the game, that Gecko Molly is the only thing that
Damn.
actually one-shots the Killjoy ult. So it's a great piece of utility to counter that out. But there's a second part to this reaction as
devastating.
well. As we rewind before this starts to land, you'll notice on the minimap that EG is starting to re-clear really quickly here. They pop Thrash and use that to push all the way
What's
back
the
through
budget?
Art.
No.
And you'll see that this clears them that space in Art. And they realize no one is here. And on top of that, they managed to recover Thrash to use it later in this round. At this point, Cloud9 has been stalled out, and their only option is to late round hit into A. EG's holding on to the rest of the map, and as this execute eventually comes through from Cloud9, EG has more layers to this utility.
Ah,
This harbor wall,
it's so
help
bad,
players
you have
get
to laugh
out
about
onto
it.
the site. And on top of that, more Gecko utility is going to come in with a second round of that Thrash for EG to go through and close out this round. I think they've had such creative implementations throughout this game.
Yeah, I think the Gecko usage has been really
Yeah.
clean across the board. I mean, we knew what to expect with EG,
That's
all
so
that preset
funny.
preparation as well, just really paying off
That's
for this
incredible.
one. And the rounds have been coming down sometimes to these 2v2s and 2v1s, and that's been down to that raw individual skill of the Cloud9 members. But what's good about EG is that they haven't been faltering in those situations. The old EG, I think, would sometimes crumble when it comes down to that, but they've been really clean with the fundamentals, trading off of each other. It's been nice.
All right, well, let's see if Cloud9 believes in a little curses, because it's 9-3. Let's see what happens here on Pearl. Send it back over to the casters.
Thank you, GB. Great job, Mimi and Bren, on the analysis of that Gecko. We really see it, Riv. Step 1, step 2, step 3. What really goes into how much utility is
Alright,
coming out here
let's see if
from
they can get a
EG.
pistol.
This time now taking the attack. Will we see the same thing? More drills, more utility. As we're leading towards this A site, C9 trailing behind by 6 rounds.
I actually think it's really cool what Calm is doing. Lineups are always expected to be post-plant, but I think there's a whole level of post-plants that deny, or I'm sorry, lineups that deny.
Yeah.
The take, slowing them down, and if they're trying to get away from where Calm is, that makes it 100% harder if he's just huffing that from across the map to mosh pit your entry. So really, really big stuff there to be able to bring
Dog
out
only
that
saw
Gecko
one.
attack in the
Uh-oh.
beginning of the round, instead of just to deny other things. Really
There's the
big
first
push.
battle inside middle. Still going to be EG.
Weird.
Close
Oh my goodness.
now towards
Oh
the
boy.
B-Link, also towards Art.
Oh, it's all
Fence now crumbles
crumbling.
down for C9 inside the
So
mid
coming
site
down.
of Pearl. EG now moving in, Rooney playing it passively, now position given away as he shoots his classic to break the Trailblazer. Ethan close, teammates just behind looking for the trades.
Ooh.
Here we go.
Talked about the big shoes to fill. Up to Jakey trying to clutch a 3 versus 1. Spike plant now going down. Planet 4, the backside of a double crossfire.
Ghost
That
definitely
two-player
makes it
co-
possible.
Yeah, and with 2 players playing towards the A main, Nanostorm on top. It's not gonna be easy here for Jakey. First contact out the Jiggle Peak.
Tough.
No help
Well,
needed.
they needed a
EG
pistol.
puts the pistol.
Sometimes
Thanks
it's not meant to
Boostio's
be.
last kill.
Quick swarm towards the B connector. I think they're trying to identify a spot where you know the numbers will be short. How often do you see more than one at B connector on pistol round, right?
Yeah.
Maybe there's somebody back by the rotation of Art and B connector, but really swarming that position to find the first kill of the round to split up where Cloud9 could be. So good thought by EG. The Marshall for Boostio here to start things off, which probably spells a little B long action as they're all set up here. You'll see.
Cobalt,
Sorry, you'll
Cobalt,
see,
you can't
Boostio
ask me
back
where I
back
see
to
C9 plays in
active
after a
turret.
10-3, man. that's brutal. That is brutal. Let's just wait. Let's wait a little bit. Let's at least see their map pick. Let's at least see their map
that
pick.
protocol coming in. Support still comes in from the C9 crowd here in the arena to hopefully see C9 hold this B site, but it's gonna be split. They also want this wingman plant.
Harbor wall's out. There he goes.
Zelsis looking to flash out, turns on the break.
Zelsis.
How can you do that?
How can you do that?
Fight back. They work out for 3 kills. The advantage coming in. Spike is still down. And now
mayhem.
BCJ and Boostio holding back towards the B pillar.
Now what?
Marshall and Bulldog. One salvage Spectre in the hands of Zeppa. Flash Dog getting information, so we know we're playing passively for EG. Now slowly scaling up. Curveball, double swing. BCJ lands up 2, but then Rudy
Nice
brings
round,
up
okay.
what happens and saves the round for C9 to get that thrifty.
Some good flashes here.
Wow. Nicely done. I love the way the C9 played defense there. It just kind of like, it blew my mind for a moment. You see everybody standing in front of the harbor wall. EG comes around the corner. You see a family photo of Cloud9 players, and then people start dropping left and right. Incredible stuff. Up on the wall, trying to use a little Sage Tech here as Rooney finds a nice kind of flashy frag there to end out the round. A thrifty as well. Much needed round for Cloud9. See how they start this one off. It's going to be a bit of a split the first time we see Boostio on a round here. It's just going to be watching
Okay,
the
forces
flame.
him down to eco. Chance here
May actually be able to catch
to stack a
okay.
lot of money.
So Zelsis
Zelsis
knows he's
has
close,
his
probably
ult.
won't get a push as much as he wanted here.
For AG, you saw the utility was just to grab this orb for Ethan. Everybody leaning back here to meet up with Boostio. Potentially to use more. Flash still available for Ethan.
He's not
Goal
going to expect
potentially to get
Boostio
that
to be here,
second
but
orb.
classic.
Add a little bit more with the
Guiding light into peak here.
Exactly. It's getting ready.
He's kind of playing to
Guiding
full
and
back,
Dizzy?
so honestly the tagging could
That's gonna
work.
be annoying. That's gonna be so annoying. Zelsis
Oh my
makes it away.
goodness.
Flash cooped.
What can you do?
Grab well, fall back.
Run.
Well,
Oh my gosh. Picks it back up, and we can see it again in just a few. You see the countdown there. 8 seconds left. Calm waiting. Dizzy's almost ready, and they're going to split this up again. A read from Art.
Okay.
But that Dizzy's going to come flying in through A main.
4, looking like a
And
4-1,
Wingman
maybe a
plants the default
3-1-1.
too, so really good positioning.
Flash coming out from the
Oh,
spawn
interesting
too,
flash
with
to
the
come in
defense,
to
but it
get
hasn't spotted
information
anything
here,
yet.
like this.
High tide just to block off towards Flowers. Another goop. Zelsis forced to fall back.
got
Also
enough.
with the run it back. Looking to flash to the top, maybe. No, just runs in.
They
Gets
go for
stopped
the
by
plan.
Ethan. Once again, the women get stopped into the plant, and that allows C9 to move in. 10 seconds left. BCJ on his lonesome. And it becomes
Okay.
a false for Zeppa and an ult ready into
Sure.
the next round.
Use an ult against an eco though, so they'll probably take that. No damage done though. That's pretty nice. Lot of
I like the wingman plant coming from A main there because you
lot of
know
money
at
on
that
this
point
one.
everyone's clear. You can't get hit by a guiding light or a dizzy.
Yep.
So wingman's always going to be able to plant default. Whether or not they will stay alive after, Cloud9 had something to say about that. Beautiful retake, and we've been kind of looking for that team cooperation, that synergy from C9. We get a little flavor of it there as they bring this into round 16. Let's see that ultimate ready for Zephyr.
Does he have a
They
lineup
can
for his flash?
Stop EG or find EG if this round goes too long and they're worried
Does he have
about
a
what's
lineup
like
for
me
it to
maybe
get the
getting
perfect
hit.
flash? He does.
Dismiss Star on the quick push with Cascade. It looks like they're just using this to take that space.
Yep. Continuing in the same conditioning now for AG. Small change with the Cascade moving up though. So C9 has to maybe react onto this. Curveball already ready in the back here for Zelsis, who so far his sole
kinda
role has been
nice.
to try to stop this wingman.
Could be pretty nice,
Good
this
for
double swing.
2 attempts so far.
Notice that last round.
Oh,
It's like, I'm going for wingman again.
The Seekers though push in now for EG. Deniability coming out into
Hello.
the site. And a nice back.
Oh, my.
Through the high tide, connects onto a second, finally stopped by Leaf. But the counter attack.
Okay, that's
from
a
the
big
Seekers
kill.
on the defense, allowing
Got any
Leaf to
vision
open
block?
things up towards the B
Yeah,
site.
Jake.
Tap onto the spike. Everybody playing pulse plan,
Oh my
long
goodness.
range, and Leaf connects. An exchange back and forth, and it's up to Calm.
2v1.
Jump spot, trying to get this tap through. Halfway, forced to reload. But it looks like it
Nice, okay. I mean,
for Cloud9.
can they take him down?
Oh, the pings to the right, the defuse to the left. Nicely done. A quick smoke there to stop him out.
Their bullets tickle.
And Cloud9 able to defend another one there. Picking up these rounds. They have a few left each time, so they're able to grow some of that economy. It's not hurting as much if everybody were to go down. We see those games sometimes just be a slugfest. So this means it's playing in favor of C9 to have a few members alive, drop some weapons if necessary, and have these plays click. Here we go. We'll see what they can continue. 10-6.
Okay. Just trying to make sure we could break this alarm bot. Dizzy coming out too. But then Leaf was playing
This-
with the surprise attack. The high tide with a little gap, and it's
Money's really low on
taking
this.
advantage
Money's
of all
starting
the
to get out of
defense.
control here.
And that's a player
If not
advantage, and the
already
alarm
out of
bot still
control.
stays up on top of that. Big win for C9 to start off the round.
Seems like they're playing a lot better now that they get to, or feel more comfortable, I should say. That they
Flash
get to react to
again.
EG.
This time
Making EG
turret.
have that
So
first step.
of the
C9
turret
is just
contact
there
they
all the time.
flash.
Zelsis, we saw an attack.
Ooh, they're
He went to
smoking
that
the turret.
back haul. On defense, he's from that back haul. We get to play towards top. Anybody playing to try and get some suppressing fire. And here's Zelsis once again. Starts it off on BCJ.
Has to reload.
Nice, they stopped two, bro. But two of them are taking the hit for it. Wait, they got out?
Lockdown also preventing
That's
from the
impressive.
attackers to move in for EG. Spike now down out in the open. Alert doesn't
Wait,
work out.
chat, they
Forced
look
to be
kinda-
watched over by Leaf. Juggernaut trying to fight back. A second flash. Fully blinded as the high tide comes down. A perfect hole for C9.
They forced them down to eco. Four people stay alive. There's loads of money here.
Capitalizing on a very nice round
EG need
here,
a
and
timeout,
EG's
right?
map starting to
Feels
slip
like
a
it.
little bit. This pick of Pearl. Cloud9 finding their footing here. EG will call their first time out. Remember, Cloud9 used these timeouts very quick. MCE wanted to strategize and kind of let the team know what was happening. This will be Evil Genius's first time out here as Powder chats with the team to reset and kind of again, that overhead view. Here's what we're doing wrong. Here's what I'm seeing. Start doing this. Lay the smack down.
I like this though. Maybe MCE calling these early timeouts in the first half
Right.
just shows that Cloud9 were just very comfortable to play the defense, right?
Yeah.
Try
Yeah,
to
that's
muster up
true.
as many rounds as you could on the attack just because we have the foundations of what we need to do, the game plan. Stop that wingman from planning from EG on the second half when EG takes the attack. If you're looking at it from EG's side,
Yeah,
they've
that's
been
actually very
counting on
true.
that a lot. Wingman to
Yeah.
plant in, play far back. Nobody really adding pressure into the back halls like Zelsis did when they took the attack for C9. So I think this timeout for EG, try to counteract on that. Be a little bit more proactive moving into the site.
Yeah.
Use that util to keep C9 back from the retake.
Watch out for Zelsis going for wingman.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I kind of love the attention he's been given to that. Some of the rounds he's just flying through, especially if he has the ultimate on. That's the only focus that he has. Otherwise, he's
Right.
like, I'll get an ult point,
Low.
but I'll stop the plant. That's
Low buy.
That's kind of the role
They
right
have
now, and
ults
you know
gonna
what?
be
It is
saving this.
working very well.
They're gonna get to the next round, and they're gonna have so many ults. Especially if they can get one extra orb
I like it.
in terms of
Digging
this
the white
round.
noise.
Going back to the meditation here called by Mimi.
The meditation, right. A little bit of meditation here. After the timeout, we breathe, give a woosah, and we're back into the match. This 4-1 split once again from EG. C9 focusing a lot of that Killjoy defense utility
Okay,
over towards B
chat,
once
the fact
again.
that they're getting
felt
fished into
the
this round means
attraction
they
of
wanna
Evil Genius
use
on
it.
that side of the map, and they find Boostio this time.
Yep. Lurk plays, trying to punish somebody, trying to grab the orb, potentially even Zelsis earlier on there. Gets punished
at least
right
they
away.
did before
Stingers
that
for
kill.
3 players. Staying free for Boostio. Player that they lost there towards the A main was not somebody with anything stronger than a pistol. Once again, just trying to make sure this time that we clear
That
towards that
lineup.
corner. So yeah, we
Okay.
have the lineup for those. It's just gonna be Ethan.
Gonna
Flash
walk over
ready in a
towards
couple of
this.
seconds.
What are we doing here? Is this just all a fake?
Towards this B site. We might even
Oh,
overwhelm
okay.
with the amount of ults that we have with the Stingers. Is that going to be the play here for EG?
It's got to be teamwork, right? We haven't even mentioned it yet, but they don't have a duelist on the side of EG, so everything has to happen synergized as
Okay,
a
that
team. No one's
pulls the one
jumping
rotate
into
over.
sight. It's Wingman, right? You help Wingman
The
and then you defend.
two-person here, though,
So
staying
having this
real
means
strong.
everyone goes in together. It takes more cooperation, and here's the take on to beat for Evil Geniuses.
Wingman then coming in for a plan for as long, and you see it. We're playing closer inside the
Oh,
site.
they didn't
There's
realize that
Kong
they
with
killed
the kill on the
Dubra
lead.
from top heaven.
But
Nice
JG
pinging.
still goes for the spray. The Wingman down, and also Kong falls. Now we're spraying across from the
Nicely done.
spot side, and it's going to be Celsius that drops the spike carrier. Ethan on the third attempt with the tap, but JG with the gap. Still gets the kill. 10 seconds left, but it's not even
Okay.
needed here. For C9
This is
as they
kinda-
stop the clock right away to add another round and put 8 onto the board.
They had no guns
Whippies
though.
there at the end.
They had no guns.
We've all felt it,
This
but
round's
yeah,
the one.
Cloud9 nicely capitalizing on some more rounds. And look at that one round. That pistol happened. And Vance, we've been getting some thrifties in our cast. This one turns the game around for Cloud9 on 14. And they're streaking right now.
Exactly.
They're not streaking, I'm sorry.
Where they kept going B.
On a
Yeah,
win
this
streak
is now where they're
as
going.
they approach
They wanted
this
it to
round
make, like-
19 here.
Wingman looks
They
like
didn't want
he's
to do their new
shooting.
game plan on a low
Never
buy,
know.
I'm pretty sure.
Never know. Wingman, now we need new Wingman skins.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure this will be a split.
Rounds
Gentleman
won
Wingman.
in a row for C9. Momentum is coming back here for the defensive half of what I would call the underdog for this team moving into this matchup against EG. C9 are working very well on the defensive half. Thrash to open things up
Out.
towards the A side to find information, just to push everybody back.
Nice,
That
safe
allows
place to
Reckon
pick it up.
move out from the arc. And here comes
Good
the split
overwhelm.
towards the A side. 3 players now in the back.
Oh my
Dizzy in the front.
goodness.
Players are blinded from a
Look
flash
how
coming
mu-
out from the
damn.
attack too. And
This is
Bruce's now
Valorant.
moving in. Wingman looking for that plant, but everything gets broken.
Everything's
Cold got
everywhere.
broken. Wingman down. We fight back for the flowers. Flash in out from Celsius, pushing through the nebula, waiting for another one here. Continuing to spray. As the second flash moves through, that's not clear.
No, no, really?
I think the smoke's
They have
in sight.
Resonate,
Didn't
they have
allow for
Res and
the
they have
front
Phoenix
click on
ult.
plan. Wingman stopped short, open to that backside. Cloud9
And they
stops the plan
just
immediately,
use
and EG
Astral.
was kind of left with their pants down on that one.
Oh.
A mistake though. First one here coming out from C9. Capitalized by BCJ with a wall up, allowing Khan to move up
Hey,
and
what's
try to
the
get a
spam
plant
like?
at least there. A spray through towards that pit. More deniability. 3 players all stacked up around this A side. The wall's about to come down. At least
good
the plant
smokes.
comes in for EG, but there's almost no utility left, if not any utility at all. As we're waiting for the refresh from BCJ, who moves in for a fight. Another one coming in. A 1v1 by Celsius.
Holy hell. It's almost close. Celsius managed to get it back. It's 10-9. They have 2-9 loss bonus. They're on another
Celsius
eco.
with a 3K. Cloud9 with the patience on retaking that, trading the 1v1s there. It looked a little sketchy for a second, but they make it work.
3v5. They
That was
bought that
very
one
close to
back.
actually being in for BCJ. Those last
Kind of
few frags.
crazy.
Very
For
close.
Calm there.
For Calm, sorry, Calm.
Yeah, valiant attempt.
See the Wingman go out. He stopped short, instantly shot. And that's right. If we were saying before, if you're in the site and Wingman can push to default, it has to be spammed,
Yeah.
right? And which is a possibility, but much harder for Cloud9 to have taken it out if it did default plant. Things got a little mixed up there, and Cloud9 took great advantage of it.
Okay, another pause from them.
Time for another one, Riv.
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
it is.
Both coaches going with timeouts very early in their attacker halves.
This is
And
EG's
Potter trying to figure things out
EG's
here for EG as the clappers
map pick.
continue to come out for the support for Cloud9. Don't let them hear the strats. Keep clapping.
Potter and MC on your screen. Looks like Potter discussions. You can see Potter listening and feedback as they go back and forth. MCE giving out that info as well. It's pivotal time as well. We talked about MCEs in the beginning to get ahead of whatever was happening here. Potter's trying to kind of figure out what's plaguing the team, even maybe in this sense. Not a mental reset, but get information from the squad. How are they feeling in game is also super important to figure out which direction they may need to go in. So timeouts can have such
Alex.
a big effect here.
Alex, relax.
And we know Potter to have some pretty effective timeouts for the squad. When EG takes timeouts, you do see the games turn around.
We're one game in, man. Chill.
Cloud9 has had a
We're
handle
one
on this
map.
one so far for the
Oh
last
my
6
goodness.
rounds. We'll see if it can happen.
That
for
was
EG
funny,
after
though.
this timeout.
Mr. Bears come out. Flashes out towards mid on a defense.
Okay,
out
low
from
by
Zeppa, spotting nothing
looking.
there.
No, I'm not gonna say it. I don't want to say it.
Inching now
I'm
for support
not
towards
talking about
B. Two
scoreline
players
after that.
stacked towards the A
Just to
side.
see what happens.
Zelsis looking to counteract forward timing.
Oh
off this
god, I'm
curveball.
nervous though.
Maybe off the tap of the orb, off a lockdown. Beautiful flash, but we fall back instead. Forfeiting now the push to deny the lockdown. Falling back even into the site. Zelsis just trying to spray and fall back. Makes it out on time. Plan finally successful for
Ooh.
Wingman.
With Cove. Making sure it's super safe.
Already hiding inside the cove. As it gets broken, looking to run out,
Savior.
but it's still lead protecting his teammates. Here's the utility though on the pulse plant.
Boy, that's an easy lineup.
All the way up from A main. That comes down. That's
Gonna
gonna
take a
stop it
while.
for a little bit more. Still had the gravity well, so it was a combination on both. So C9 decides to opt to move towards
this
the
guy
A
here?
main.
Oh,
Get
nice
all
shot.
of these kills, leaving Calm on his
I think you
lonesome.
just won the
Red
round.
Legs looking
You
to
did just win the
Will not
round.
work out. C9 has tied the game 10-10 in this first map.
Perseverance
And then now
here
one
from
away
C9.
from Zelsis.
They continue to shut down every member of Evil Geniuses and do it with quite a few members alive. That tells you a lot of how they're grooving, how they're feeling together. And I think the composition without having a duelist on
Well,
the side of EG
this is getting-
kind of messing things up a little bit. They're not able to figure out what distractions being created that would be created by a jet dashing in, a raise nade being created.
Fish
and
is
kind of
up.
take that
Fish is
space
still
and
up.
Hope Wingman can plan at this
They
point.
got the
It's
ult for
almost
this, like,
go in and
this
plan
round,
yourself
maybe.
and cover things and use Wingman for his stun ability. So I don't know, maybe a switch up here. We are going to see a bit of a sight change as they start going towards that mid link or B link, sorry, from shops.
Yeah, those 4 flashes available from Zeppa and Zelsis are
Zelsis
really
has
good
been
here.
super aggressive these past few
Damn.
rounds.
Not afraid
Oh
of
my
this.
god.
What a run!
Oh my god, it's their full buy and they bring out the crunch into middle.
Jakey pushing for another charge.
Oh
Gets a third
my.
on the board. Big Bean with the big moves.
Cloud9 is adding insult to injury. It's like they've detected
Yeah,
the Evil
they're
Geniuses
all
can't
over
put that
them.
next thought
Look
into
at the
action,
money.
so
It's
they
awful.
Push. Cloud9 pushes from defense now. Every position they can. Jake and Zelsis there, huge frags to start off the round. And EG can't even get a strat going within this last aggression that Cloud9 has pulled.
And that's a flip of a switch, a change that came out from C9 fighting back here, and that's EG caught off guard. And it's something that MC probably cooked up off a timeout. You saw it coming out from Potter saying, hey, in 2 rounds, we're going to have weapons. What are we going to try to do with this? C9 said, screw those plans. Let's fight them back. And it works out. Jakey 4 onto the board.
Wow.
We talked about big
Okay,
shoes to fill
Astro
from these
ult.
2 players,
That's
and
pretty
they're doing
good for
a
the
great
retake if
job
they
so
want to
far for
leave
C9.
one of the
Let's
sites.
see the money on
Still
the
got
board
another
is
Zelsis
not
ult as
good.
well
A
into
lot
this
of
one.
times in a
Still
game,
holding on to Fish.
you'll
Low
see
buy
this
once
roll for
again.
Cloud9 right now, but in a round where you can identify that your opponent will be money reset, you sometimes see that aggression, the round taken that hard, right? You haven't been doing it, you haven't been setting the precedent. Like you said, your opponent gets weapons, and you just absolutely flip the switch on them. Just like you mentioned, Cloud9 really playing to destroy EG's economy as well as whatever strats they have going. Oh, Celsius again.
Oh, with the Astra suck, but it was the ult.
Got to run it back to
Yeah,
take
it was
so
the ult,
huge
though.
actually grab there if they can't get it back.
You see it from EG's end, really trying to move in and try to pick it back up. Here comes the Seeker.
So hard for them to get out of this
And a
choke
nice
point.
spray from Zeppa through a couple of smokes. It's still denying EG from moving in inside this A site.
Nice spamming,
My
just
gosh.
consta.
Phantom sprays on land. Zeppa answering back onto BCJ. And this half by stairs that are coming out.
They can't get up the choke points. One molly's just stopping them. It's actually C9 kind of has a perfect comp against their comp as well. Like the C9 comp's kind of sick. They have a molly, they have a slow. Everyone has some kind of denial apart from the Sky, really. And the Sky's just there to get info and flash.
We've said multiple
2
times
chances
here,
for C9.
and it is supposed to be their win. The team that really
This is 9
has
in
the
a row.
pressure on them. Cloud9's just vibing right now. They come in with a roster at the temperature check and on fire right now. On fire. One more round could be taking the lead or the win here for Pearl. And again, Zelsis right to Art to play a little bit aggressive.
And that point distribution for C9 really even.
Oh my
And
god,
this is
the
smart play
damage.
by Jake, right? You get one of the younger players brought
Ha,
into
he's
the
pinging the
roster.
wall for him.
Could be kind of
Pinging the wall to try and get the extra
tense on
spam.
the stage, absolutely flowing with the team. Playing it smart and doesn't put himself in
The
a
dog-
dangerous
we're gonna get a
position
dog
there where
kill.
it could have been very,
Oh.
very easy.
We were gonna get a dog
They
kill.
play smart and gather to play a retake. Why not? They have a few rounds if EG does grab this, so you can see that C9 goes into safe mode here.
So much pressure coming in on a
Retoots
defense.
J.
C9
Thank you so much,
beginning
Retoots
to
J.
Fight towards his B-Link. A plan earlier on to try to break the alarm.
Amy, what do you want me
which
to
they
call
were
the
able to
dog?
do for
What are you
EG.
calling it?
There's the sound sets, or picked up. Reckoning now available for EG. And that even
a tiger?
is a call
Man, it's a
coming out
dog.
for the rotate right away. So we split across the site. No audio cues coming out from inside the site, so EG knows that it's a passive play. A retake opportunity
is.
for C9.
A must round.
Big old,
for
it's
Evil
just a big old
Geniuses.
dog.
They put out all the util that will delay Cloud9.
You're crazy standing
We'll see
here.
how much it matters.
It's
Oh my
Johnny
goodness.
Mo playing deep inside the site and he's by himself because we wanted to try to use
They
the
have
flashes
the-
to
oh,
try
they
to
have the-
fight through.
they've
Try to
done
run
it,
through,
they've
the
done
wall
it.
comes
Yeah,
up,
they've
the
done it.
defuse is halfway
It's
by
done.
Rooney. It might be
Oh my god,
over
that's just
right
like
here.
I called it too early.
Red actually
Oh, I'm
pulls
nervous.
it out for a halfway to tap once again.
Oh, the util.
Nice shot by Busio.
Ah, why do I
More util
talk,
coming
man?
out. The photo sells it. Cross up the two. It's stopped by Busio. A 1v1. And here
Oh
we
my
play
god.
This time by EG. 11 on the
That
board.
was, that was
Game-saving
crazy.
1v1 coming in for Boostio there versus Zelsis. Absolutely amazing. Zelsis has just come online these past few rounds to be up front, the confidence building, the shots hitting, but just snuffed out at the last moment there by Boostio. Down to the wire.
51
And
HP.
that was the Cloud9 attempt on the retake. They played it safe. They came back in. Whew. We'll see what happens.
Dude, she was
again for another
smiling the whole
round.
time. Well, I would
It's
not
gonna
have
be
been
the
smiling the whole time.
dismissed
Boom.
starting space.
Sheer
Anybody close to
panic.
ultimate, that could be BCJ if
Okay,
they
two-
wanna grab
two
the
chances
orb
down to
for a
one.
Cosmic Divide here.
And you definitely want it. And with that round that you won for EG, look at that economy. Only a Guardian available for Ethan. Bulldog coming out. We want to go for potentially a
Oh
double
no,
ult, and it's gonna
Astro.
come out
They got
right
double
away.
molly in front of it so they can
Lockdown and
delay
Cosmic
and the
Divide.
Killjoy.
Looking for the
Oh, they got
plan.
some good
Can't
delay
be
on
any
this.
safer. Triple Nattles coming through just to try to deny at least a push in. There goes the little wingman.
This survives everything, does he?
Flash to deny it. The push coming out from C9. Everybody's playing the long range game from EG now.
Cosmic Divide, you create that fail-safe situation mostly
Oh,
with nobody being able to take it down. Zelsis again starts it off.
4 more alive for EG to try to bring this into overtime. Another time that Celsius has to run it back. A curveball behind that comes out. Counter flash is coming out. The goop then. But the strike is not
Oh my god.
Jack gets 2 kills.
Molly's coming in. I think they can just stick it. I think they can just stick it before the molly hits.
Celsius are 3 on the board.
Yeah. Oh my god.
C9 taking
He actually did it. That was incredible. 9-3 down.
And Jake stepping out of any shadows they may be under here to show they can play, and they came to play. Jake with some awesome frags there. Rooney with some clutch rounds for himself, and you always got to give it up to the rest of the veteran squad there on Cloud9 to make what almost a 10-round
Yeah, that
comeback
one's
with-
gonna feel
with a
brutal.
blip in the middle.